I'm here to talk a little bit about OKX and what we're seeing globally in the crypto landscape. In particular, share a little bit of tidbits around what we're seeing in Asia, here in Latam. Hopefully, you'll find it interesting. So, it's been a long journey for our industry and for us too. OKX, we were founded in 2013. 11 years ago now, and I've been with the company for over 8 years. We've seen a lot, and it's especially nice for me to be back here at LabitConf because in 2017, that was the last time I spoke here. That was in Colombia, and we talked about Bitcoin adoption, whether that was even going to happen. So a lot has changed since then. And again, it's really nice to be back here on stage. So, crypto, over the past 6-7 years since that last time I was here, a lot has changed, as we mentioned, and it's very fitting that the theme for LabitConf is restart. It gives us an opportunity to think about where we've come and how that journey's played out. So fundamentally, Web3, crypto, Bitcoin, it's about giving power back to you, back to the people. And to do that, it's about getting your assets, your ability, and your access on-chain. This is what we at OKX are doing. And we're doing that, we're helping people globally to do this. Yes, here in Argentina, we're live and operating here in Argentina. We have a team here, but also around the world. And I'll dive into that a little bit more later. So, to take one small step back, I want to spend a few minutes just looking at how is the industry progressing? How are we moving on-chain? And one of the key themes that I'm sure you might have heard and seen already is that a lot of global wealth is moving on-chain. A lot of this is reflected in Bitcoin adoption globally. Here's a chart we pulled of just Bitcoin to gold. Without getting into the numbers, it just goes up and to the right. I think it's pretty clear in such a long time frame, you discount the fluctuations, you discount the volatility, that there's a very, very clear trend here, up and to the right. And then if you dive down specifically for Bitcoin and its performance relative to other asset classes, again, outperformance. Over any period of time, as long as you take a long enough time period, 3 years, 2 years plus, you see this sort of outperformance, dramatic outperformance actually, relative to other assets. And that's very powerful because it also sucks in more activity, more wealth, and more adoption. And I'm repeating a lot of things that you already know here. We're at a crypto conference. But the reason why this is happening is because of a lot of the native properties, right? Ultimately, you get to control your own sovereignty, your own assets. You don't need to do it without another intermediary. All the benefits of Bitcoin, all the benefits of crypto, these are things that we're well aware of today. But yet, we are still early. We've made a lot of progress. This chart I like. It's a little dated, 2023. Bitcoin's grown since then. But Bitcoin as an asset valuation is just that tiny, tiny white box there. We're still pretty early. You look at the other asset classes, there's still a long way to go. And so that's really awesome because we're seeing the trends to this growing. We're going to talk about payments next. Here in Argentina, Latam, also parts in Asia, where there's this need for access to dollars. People want to take more control with their own assets. Stablecoins. We're all familiar with them. We've all used them. They're growing also. This is a chart, 2016, almost no stablecoin activity. Whereas today, it's that big light-colored box in the top. For over 40% of on-chain activity is now driven by stablecoins. It's quite a dramatic shift. And people are recognizing, people are understanding why crypto is important in their day-to-day lives. But yet some people say, wait, that's just because there's a lot of trading, there's a lot of stuff like this. That's not necessarily true. We pulled up this data where if you can see the gray bars in the back, that's crypto trading volume. We overlaid that with a chart of stablecoin payment volume, and you can see, again, up and to the right, stablecoin activity is constantly growing, and we don't expect it to stop. It's not related to trading activity at all. One interesting tidbit here is that the top two stablecoins, USDT, USDC, combined, they already own more US treasuries, real-world assets. They own more US treasuries than Germany today. And they're just going to move up the chart here as time goes on. So stablecoins, adoption, assets under control. This is already growing to become quite a significant force, as we can see here. Comparing it with Visa, MasterCard, again, we've tried to strip out, this is from ARC, tried to strip out some of the trading activity and things like that, but plus or minus, you can see that it's right there sitting in between global Visa and MasterCard transaction volume already. Stablecoins are here to stay, and I'm going to share a little bit later about how we are helping our users globally use stablecoins even better. We talked about this, the reasons why stablecoins, why crypto, no trusted intermediary. The power is in your hands. Beyond that, now we look at DeFi. We look at financial systems. DeFi market share. This is trading volume, DEX trading volume. Again, up and to the right, not a straight line. We're in crypto, nothing's a straight line. But up and to the right, actually, this October, I don't have the latest data here, we're now at all-time highs in terms of DEX, decentralized exchanges versus centralized exchange volume. That's a very powerful sign that, again, as people get more familiar with having their wealth on-chain, using stablecoins on-chain, having activity done on-chain, they're comfortable with doing financial activity on-chain. And also staking. If you guys are familiar, you can stake your assets on-chain to earn yield. Very similar, though different from putting your money at a bank and earning an interest. Almost 28% of ETH is staked. 67% of Solana is already staked. So people that are on-chain, they have access to crypto assets. They're getting very familiar with using crypto as wealth, as payments, also as a financial system. And then as we look further forward, social interactions. And what I mean by that is anything from prediction markets. We've been seeing the US elections, obviously, and prediction markets play a part in that. There's decentralized social networks that are now being built out. Gaming, on-chain gaming. Again, still early, but these activities are now starting to come about because we've now had seen this sort of global adoption. Voting and governance, was just talking to the Rootstock crew outside, learning how they just launched a DAO, right? Like, these are things that are happening on-chain. And in particular, here, one thing that's interesting from Asia is that we've been seeing activity on Telegram and Ton quite dramatically rise over the last 12 months. We actually launched a game, a mini app game on Telegram called OKX Racer. It's a fun little game. Click, you get to earn some points, play with your friends. 11 million users on that mini app already over the past 6 months. And it's connected to your wallet. You get to do all the cool stuff. But gaming out in Asia on these mini app experiences are really, really taking off. Here, I think we use a little bit more on WhatsApp. But yeah, I think this is sort of the trend that we're seeing. OK, so yet there's still a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of challenges. We know that's why we're here. We're learning about, we talked about regulation earlier. We talked about other challenges. I'm going to share a little bit about what we are doing at OKX to solve and bring more people on chain, get more people using crypto. So we just highlighted 3. I think one of the big problems was that people didn't really trust or believe, understand, or want to have assets on chain. Bitcoin, stable coins, other major cryptos, those have changed the story already. I think we're all pretty familiar with why someone should own these assets and use these assets. So I'm going to skip that one. I think we're well on our way to solving that. There's still a little bit of an issue with trust. There's trust issues with the companies. There's trust issues with the technology. There's trust issues with sort of our governments, our people, our financial institutions going to adopt this. And I want to talk about that. Oops. Sorry, what happened here? OK, sorry. I'm going to slide. OK, so sorry. The third thing that I want to talk about was really there's a poor wallet infrastructure for users. And by wallet, I mean the ability for you to self-custody your assets in your own app and use the crypto for the purposes that we described earlier. It's still very complicated, very challenging. And what we've done is we've built something called the OKX wallet. That's a self-custodial wallet for you to use. This is very popular globally. We're seeing very strong pickup in Asia, also in countries like the US, and hopefully down here very soon as we bring this to market. It's available here today, actually, if you want to try. But our philosophy is that with all these crypto use cases, payments, wealth, storage, gaming, etc., one wallet should be able to do anything you want on-chain. So our little tagline that we're having fun with is on-chain, any chain, you can do it within the wallet. Just to highlight all the different wallets, all the apps and chains and all that. It's a really fantastic, really easy to use, and I highly encourage you to come download our app and take a look. Most important, one thing I do want to talk about is safety and security. I think this is something that's global. This impacts users everywhere, is that that trust level where people want to get comfortable with using their wallet on chain, we've put in a lot of features within the app to make sure that you have the guardrails, you have helps you detect phishing, it helps you detect malicious tokens, helps you understand what you are actually doing before you sign a transaction on chain. These things are all built into the wallet so that it's very easy for you to try and understand what you're doing within the wallet. I'll leave this here. I think a lot of people rank our wallet very highly. Please feel free to try it and check it out yourself. We're ranked #1 here by Sir Live. Then lastly, I want to talk about this third piece that I talked about, low trust and familiarity. And the solution to that is getting licensed. It's getting regulated. It's improving transparency, holding ourselves accountable to you, to our users. Again, the purpose is to bring power into your hands, making sure if you want to, your funds are available. You can download it to your own wallet and control your own funds. And obviously, partnerships, that's how we get accessibility. That's how we get familiarity. Let's dive into that. So just yesterday, we published our 24th consecutive monthly proof of reserves. What are proof of reserves, if you aren't familiar? It's a way for you to prove independently yourself that the exchange, OKX, is holding your assets on-chain. You can verify it yourself. And you can confirm that we have not done anything. We have not moved your funds. Your funds are still there. Super important, and I highly encourage you to do so. If you're a user, come check it out. Come learn about it. Over 2 million users have already gone and done so. They've confirmed that their assets are with us, that we have not done anything with it. And this is especially relevant after what happened with FTX. Please, I encourage you to check this out. We're very proud that we're a leader in driving proof of reserves globally. And then awareness. We talked about awareness. We work with our partners, McLaren. This is Lando. This was in Singapore earlier in September, where Lando came by our booth. Unfortunately, he's not here today. There's a race going on in Brazil. But he came by our booth and met some of our users and met people and explained why they, as a partner, also want to work with us and push Web3. We've done campaigns with them. We've done NFT partnerships there. It's a very exciting partnership and one that we're very keen to continue. And you can go outside and try the race cars too. Manchester City is another one of our partners. We're all familiar with football here. Pep, the coach, we recently got our license just last month in Dubai in the Middle East. And we did a launch event. Pep, again, came by. We had a big event, and he came by to chat with us and talk about our partnership and what it means for Man City, but also for us as we're building this new alternative, this new financial system. So that was very cool. And then finally, 2 minutes on how that journey proceeds, right? I touched a little bit how we're global. We're operating in many jurisdictions around the world. Getting licensed is a big part of that. I talked about Dubai and the UAE. Singapore, we just got our license in September. We're licensed in the US. We're licensed in the EU. Been in Japan, Bahamas. The list goes on, and we're continuing to work with regulators and stakeholders around the world to push that forward. That's very important for us. But also, here in Argentina, we're very excited to be operating live here with a local team, local customer service, and local products tailored for you. Everything I talked about is available here. And so if you have any questions about what we do, how do we educate, how do we push this forward, please come out. We have a nice booth outside. Meet our team. Come chat with us. Please come learn more. And if you want to join us, work with us, that's the place. Come out and meet us. Alejandro's our general manager here. He's out there somewhere. Please go say hi to him. I've been down to Argentina twice already this year. This is a very important place for us. And please, one more thing. Tomorrow, there's a workshop on bot trading. It's a really powerful feature we have to help people get set up. Please come check that out. That's at 4 p.m., I think. 5 p.m., sorry. 5 p.m. tomorrow. Check that out. Again, I'll be outside of the booth. Come say hello. Thank you so much.